Evening, guys. I'm back again. Small fun interruption by my friend Oliver. Just wanted to have a game or something, which is fine. Fair enough. Happy days. Right, so we're gonna do Sherman Hill. We're gonna do the next journey chapter, which is actually a full length bit of Sherman Hill. Already done, but during the winter. What is this weather like in this bit? I don't know. As I say, I tried to do earlier on. Friend said, do you want to play some games? I went, yes. Happy days. Let's see how we get on. The main reason I'm not playing GT Sport is the hassle of putting the seat up and then back down again. I'm just kind of being a bit of a lazy bugger that way. Because my thoughts are, yes, I would like to play GT Sport, see if I could improve some DR and stuff, but no, we'll chill out with some Train Sim World. Okay. So it says continue over the hill. Which is basically, I think, what it said, the full length of Sherman Hill. Sherman Hill isn't exactly me, it's quite big. Right, let's have a wee look. Right. My train is 1.5 miles long. Right. Is it going to tell me things to do first or not? I don't know. Because what I want to do is actually start the procedure with the brakes. I want the brakes to be in the right. That one. Cut in, perfecto. Right, so all we need to do is put the brakes, independent brakes on full, dynamic brake on release, and then all that air will start filling up, which is what we want. But it does take a good length of time, as I've said before. And other people have said that this is, I can't get the train moving. And it is a lot to do with how long you have to wait for the air in the rear to build up. I'm going with the fact it's sunny and dry and everything. We can probably start off with maybe about 60% minimum brakes at the rear to try and get moving off. But that's important, but it's just a wee number here. It's got 6%, 7. Just under the 90. And my wee dot was a minute ago. Right, so we really need to wait for that to build up, otherwise we're just not going to go anywhere. Because we're going to be fudged otherwise. Open the window. Right, well, all that is happening, we're actually going to have I'm going to have a little wander, see if there's any collectibles for us. Probably not, but we might find something. We might find a collectible. What do you think? I can't remember if it's a chain link fence or snow fences or both that you've actually got to repair. It's just on the little screen and things you're meant to repair on. It wasn't overly clear. It'd be nice if they show you each one of each collectible, just so you know what you're looking for. That'd be great. As I say, this train's massive, 1.5 miles long. We should get over there a lot quicker than before. Now, when I was doing it, just a timetabled one, and this was with Yeah, you can actually open the box cars and stuff. So you can see if there's anything inside you might want to check. What's my cargo? These ones are actually cars, as I remember. You know, and you do that. See, a nice brand new car, like a Chevy or something. Yeah. Oh, I think I'll have one of these. One for myself, please. Right, so we're gonna lock the door. We don't want anything to fly out. We don't lose the cargo. You know, we should lock it. No, it's not letting me look at it. I'm up on the roof though. Let's see, have a look around. See what's happening. Cool. Excellent. As I say, it's just triangle down or down. But you couldn't do that. You couldn't run along the tops of the trains, like some of the westerns used to get years ago. I'm robbing this train, and running across the roof of this train, and carriages and stuff. Snow shovels, I know, are one of the things we need to find. But I think we need to get some lovely person to do a little video, show us the positions of all the collectibles. Would be nice. Otherwise, I think because the nature of it is not the easiest to find things. Yeah, so it's a mile and a half long. I don't think there's any more collectibles. We've got one collectible the last time I think I ran along here. I don't think I see any snow shovels along it. Not we didn't have to climb up that bit, we just merged through it. Anything over here, what do you think, guys? Do you think we'll find something? We'll find something we know meant to find. See, some of the stuff's sort of kind of floating up out of the place. Alright, I think we should be alright now for actually see if we can check the train is all up and running. That's a completely different train altogether coming in. Trust me, it takes about 10 minutes for this air to pressure to actually build up to where you want it to. Revving the crap out of the train doesn't build the pressure up faster, unfortunately. It'd be nice if it did, but it doesn't. I was just seeing if there's anything. See, look. Found a safety sign. Yeah. It's only the thing. It's the only one I've really found so far on the stuff. I'll just try to say how we round. I mean, obviously, you can go into the free room. You can go to basic stuff at each of the yards. See what you can find. We've merged through the wall. This is like the T2000 or whatever it is. No, T1000. That's it. I think that's one. T2000. That's the updated version. Yeah. Robert Patrick, yeah, or just merged through it all. I'm waiting for this train to go by. I haven't got to the front end of our own train anyway, so we're alright. You kind of I think you almost like have to wait in some ways. There's another sign, look. So I don't know where all the signs and stuff are, but that's the first one. That's the first one you get given when you actually do the game. You sort of start here and you go, learn the train, jump on board, welcome, blah blah blah. That kind of thing. Go to places. Can we merge through the train? Can we just run through it? No. If not, why not? I think that might have been sort of what I just done, by the way. Hi guys, welcome on board. So I'm doing Sherman Hill. It's actually going to be a full length of Sherman Hill. We just need to wait till this train go by and we can jump on our train, and hopefully the brakes on the rear have charged up and we're all good to go. Oh, we're at the end of the train. Cool, excellent. There's my train there. Let's jump in it and see how it's getting on with the brakes. I'm not kidding you, it takes at least 10 minutes, 15 depending on how long you want to wait, just for these brakes to charge up. Because when I jumped off it, they were about 7-8%, something like that. And so this should be easier than the last time. The last time I was doing it in the snow and the blizzard, and I actually got up, which was actually quite cool, because I was doing things thinking, right, I'm going to have to let the power go. I'm going to have to power it down to try and get the grip. I've done that, and then I lost all forms of drive. Basically, I didn't have the oomph to get up the hill. Right, so we're up to 79 or something. Cool, excellent, like that. I like that. That's absolutely fantastic. So throttle her up. Yeah, get some power going. Let's see, we're up to 80 on the brakes at the rear. That wee number there. This isn't ready to move, basically. Right, so we need to release the independent brakes. We should actually start moving. Fantastic! Look at that! Look at that! Not one issue whatsoever. Cool, happy days. As I say, I love the interior. It's actually, as I say, it's like the bridge of a ship or something. You know, it's that huge. Right, 35 is our minimum speed. As I say, I've done this in the snow, and so getting up the hill was obviously even more difficult than what it is now. I expect it to not be quick up the hill, but quicker than I was. Up to notch 5, that should be not bad. And because when I was going up the hill, I was actually obviously full whack notch 8, and I wasn't really wheel spinning at all, so I was a little bit of wheel spinning, and I thought, right, well, lower the power a notch. It gave me traction, but the thing is, it didn't actually have the momentum to get up the hill. So in the snow, it seems a case of just whack it up, right up once and don't just hope and pray you don't slow down too much. Cool. Right, so we're just pulling out here. Just pulling out of Cheyenne. Pull out of Cheyenne, and then there's actually a model railway of the track somewhere over here in Cheyenne. I googled it and it comes up model railway. How cool is that? Now, when I was powering it up in the snow and that, I was barely getting 30 mile an hour. I think I hadn't done one thing I hadn't done. Double check. Get the speed here. Yeah, banking comps on. I was just double making sure that I had done it. Because I hadn't done that, as soon as I started getting up any gradient, it won't move. The train is destined not to move. So we're cool. We're golden. The full length here. As I say, doesn't seem to be any quick way to get to the rear. I thought it used to be holding it down for a long length of time, but no, it just goes back to the cab no matter how long you click on it. Notch 5. We're just losing a little bit of speed again there. Let's have a wee look, let's see what it says. Just on the options or controls. It's camera. As if we're playing in camera mode. It does say hold camera shift, which means that you should go to the rear of the train. My theory is here that because the thing is so long, it won't do it. I'm holding down R3, nothing happening, it just goes to the internal. Trust me, when I fly along that end, it takes me about 2 minutes. I'll watch, I'll show you. I think we'll be alright for speed, right? We'll watch it, what's the speed of the train. Right, so what's the time? We'll wait till it's a nice round figure. And get a wee bit more room for up. Go in it. I can watch the speed anyway while I'm doing this. Basically, I just want. Unfortunately, this doesn't stay still. It has to kind of follow the camera. Right, there we go. Let's see how long it takes me to get from one end of the train to the other. We can't do the shift thing to get to one end of the train to the other. We'll see how long it takes. So what's your speed, Dave? It'll only go so fast. Hiya. Welcome aboard. As I said, this is us pulling it to Cheyenne. Oh, not the speed down a wee bit because I'm actually speeding by about half a mile an hour or something. There we go. Let's see how long it takes. To get to the other end. No. Well, definitely more than a minute. Back up. Power up to 6. I'm just trying to obviously make sure I do any speed as well. La 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 la. You could have a wee cup of tea in doing this, and the problem is I'm going to have to do the same going back the way rather than having my camera all the way at the rear end. The only way to get the front is actually you can up the power. There we go. We've upped the power. The good thing it was a nice round number for when the camera came up from when it was like 12:50, and I decided to see how long it takes me to get to the other end of the train. I did say 2 minutes. That's 2 minutes gone. Still haven't reached the rear of the train. It might be 3 minutes then instead of 2. I think we're getting there though. I'm watching my speed. The problem is I need to do exactly the same on the way back. It's going to take me the same length to know. I think I can see the end of the train. That's not the moon in the sky, that's just the dot. The evil dot. So it must be take about a minute for every half a mile of the train. Hi, thanks for watching. We're just going. We're actually doing the full length here because this is what the journey says. It says over hill, so we're leaving Cheyenne to go to Laramie, and then I'm going to see how long it takes basically. But I was seeing how long it takes to move the camera from one end of the train to the other end of the train. We're nearly there. It's taking well over 3 minutes. There we go. It's taking me 3 minutes and 20 seconds roughly to get to one end of the train to the other. Now let's get to the front. That's where everything's happening. Full blast roar. This is going to take a lot less time than it did the last time I done it. As I say, there's a bit of a blizzard and the snow. Because I done a video and when I first done it, I actually buggered it up. I just didn't do it. So basically I want to do this and actually stop at the point I'm meant to stop rather than accidentally go through a red light at the very, very end. So after 2 hours and 15 minutes or so of driving up and over the hill, there's a damn fiddly dee. Certainly the last time I was going a lot slower than this to get up and over the hill. So I'm going 40 at the moment. It will slow down a wee bit more because the grading gets tougher again. It gets 1.5 degrees. That's the most it gets. So maybe the top speed is going to be about 30 mile an hour. 40. Certainly not 40, but it's because I'm on 1 degree. Most of the train is anyway. And we're sitting at 41. Oh, we're actually increasing in speed. Hey, excellent stuff. But it's certainly going to take less time than the last time I did it. As I say, in the snow and the sort of blizzard effect that I had put on, it took me 2 hours and 15 minutes. And that's a long time. You can see the front end of the train still loading up. There's only so much it can do. I know. See, this is a PlayStation 5, but there's only so much you can do. Levelled up on the train. I wonder if it discounted the one I done earlier on, or it's a different train, different engine altogether. We're getting to the engine now because you hear all the crickets. There's like the wee crickets and that floating about. We're just approaching the front of the train. As I say, it's taking the same length of time using the camera to get from one end to the other end again. So again, there's another 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Oh, the bell's on the go. But they're saying that I got an issue with the bell at the moment. So you turn it off. And as Matt said to me, they're saying, not to me personally, but just in general, that they had an issue with the bell. It works, but if you go on one side of the train to the other side of the train, it stops. The bell will be in the state it should be. So if the bell is on and there's no dinging and donging, you come back again, it's dinging and donging. You turn it off, it won't do anything. Right, let's see how we get on. We don't want the brake, we want to keep going. There's certainly a lot of, I don't know if it's prairie land or it's the Rockies anyway. It's kind of outskirts of the Rockies and stuff like that, the area around. But this is definitely taking a lot less time. I love the interior, it's great fun. Yep, you can actually, obviously, you can bring up the brightness of the screen. If you want to turn up that brightness, you can go like that. I went both ways because I was trying to do it. I turned it up so it's easier to read. I quite like doing that because especially when there's not really any speed limits to worry about at the moment. Just take the, well, so about half a mile worth of the train gets loaded in at a time. Thereabouts. I know on the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One, there's the length of trains are nowhere near as much as we like about. I think they're 40 cars long. I think that's the maximum they said there was. Just a nice wee sway there. I know I don't use any of the like emergency safety options on these things, right? And then the reason why I don't do it is because I don't find myself stopping and starting every 5 seconds. If I was doing it online, when I'm doing streaming, I would have practice with it to make sure I knew what to press and stuff. There are quick buttons to it, but I'm trying to remember which buttons are what. to get into press the CFA and AWS, depending on what this type of safety systems are using each of the trains. 32 mile an hour. So that's about twice the speed as I was going the last time. I was also 18 and 17 mile an hour. And that was the thing is, it was slipping and sliding, so the train itself physically might have been going less than that. Speed forward might be about another mile or 2 miles less. But this is definitely going to take a lot less time than before. And that's, as I say, the important thing is to make sure that the air in the back, the number is at least 65, I would say, just to make sure you can pull away without any issues. Because I know they were saying that people were saying, oh, I can't move the train, it won't go anywhere. It's because the brakes at the rear are still on, and you get a sort of rubber band effect, as if somebody's got like an acne rubber band on the rear of your train and it's going back and forward, until the air itself is built up enough at the rear for it to actually start going forward. We're up to 33 mile an hour. I don't think there's any speed limits yet. And a good way to check when the speed limits that are coming up anyway is 45. I'm going to be going up the hill anyway. I don't think I'm going to be going much faster. It's this way to check here, obviously you can see the gradient. You can see, there you go, 0 to 6. 0 is where I am now, and 6 miles away, so it drops to the 2.45, and then from there on it still continues at 45 mile an hour for some time. You can check quickly like that. It's good. You want to leave the HUD off. It's a pity you can't do what they're doing on the PC. The guys in the PC, they'll position themselves on the camera at a fixed point and watch the train go by. I can't do that. Not on the PlayStation. I don't think there's a way to do it. Quite merrily. Is the bell still ringing in my ear hole? Yeah, we're going up the hill about twice the speed that we were previously. So stopping should be a lot easier as well, because it's not icy and snowy and horrible. I'd like to put a vote in to say which route would you like me to do after this one. But there's not really anybody here to vote in. And the only way I can do this is type in a wee comment in the chat, so that if anybody comes in later, they can maybe Anyway, that's just in case anybody comes here and you can see that little comment I've just popped up. They can read it. Folk will come in and just say, oh, what's this? Sherman Hill. Visually the game looks nice, and I know this one here, basically this is the reality of this area. There's not a lot happening. There's not many trees, there's not, I mean, you see the loads of little bushes and everything they've got dotted around there. Because they're going up basically a mountain. 2,500 metres high, there or thereabouts. But as I say, because depends which way you look. You get the dark blue belt on the horizon like that. You think that was the sea over there. It's chilling, relaxing, guys. As you do. Check everything's good. Yeah, we're going forward motion because that's what we've got there. What I wanted to see, basically, I hadn't accidentally changed direction on the reverser. Don't want to do that. As I say, this is a lot shorter. This will be a lot shorter than previously. I mean, the question is, do you want me to do another? Would you like to do another one of this, or do you want me to do another American route, or do you want? Would they want me to do something like a passenger-based operation? Relaxing, chilling out. It's good stuff. As I was saying, this is the thing about these sort of ones. That's what it's all about. Obviously, give certain scenarios more interesting than just going back and forth, but most of them, this is what it's all about. I'm just relaxing and chilling out with my trip. Sort of climbing slightly higher into sort of like the edge of the Rockies here, you know. just a nice wee chill. The next speed limit's 55. And we're not going downhill yet, we've quite a bit to go. We've done that so far, so it's not bad. It took me an eternity to get up here. What's my distance to 21 miles? It's further than that, obviously. A lot further than 21 miles to actually where I'm going to. I'm going to 30, but obviously it will flatten off and it will start going downhill, so we'll go a bit quicker then still. See, 4 engines hauling ass at the front. It's actually only 3, and then 1 at the rear, so this is actually a 4. That's obviously a lighter load than what I was carrying. Weight and tonnage, because it is longer. 7,880 feet long. That's the length of the train. That's a long train. Then there, come up to the quarry. I don't know which bit they were talking about, but apparently there's a wee runoff bit on this route, which they're not sure whether they're going to extend it or not. And just to, obviously if they did do that, it would give you more services. I don't know if it's that bit. I don't know if it's that bit there. Because there's a few other bits here. And which one were they talking about, I don't know. Right. I'm just going underneath what is known as the Dwight D. Eisenhower Highway. There you go. A bit of info. So what happens when you go to Google Maps. It's saying some broken fences like that, they're fixed. I just do one, make your own one up, right? You don't have a length of train, all you have is an engine, and you can drive right along so you can find all the collectibles. What do you think? Do you think that would work? They must be having a similar product in that section of it. There's a mixture of that one. But the mixture. There seems to be a car park in the middle of nowhere. There's always a rest stop. That's what basically they do in America. Have all these bits that they just go arrest of. Basically, it's just a wee car park, and you use the facilities, getting toilets and. I hope eventually I can get back to have a wee burrow around America again. I enjoyed it. There's another train just going into the distance. It'll sort of go ping and disappear. I think that certainly should be a challenge for people. Going up and over here in weather like this is not a problem. Get people to try it, but they stick on a blizzard. That will make things really, really interesting. You need it to be at least December anyway to just to make sure. I says it. I don't know, I pressed there to make the horn do something. This is the 55, but it's alright going down the hill, you'll get 55. Going up the hill, you see maximum is about 30 mile an hour. But not in the winter. It was about another 12 miles an hour slower at least. We're getting there. Get a wee bit here, it levels off a bit and then starts to climb again. As roughly about here, as then we should start heading downhill. Distance I've got to go 18, so I've only done 3 miles. I've actually probably going more. I hate when I do that. I do things and I want to do something else, and I keep pressing buttons that shouldn't even. So I was about here the last time, wasn't it? That is more than 18 miles as the crow flies. A lot more on the track. But certainly it will take less time than it was before. As I said, we're coming up to the quarry, and I'm sure there's ones you do with the quarry where you actually kind of go around the quarry and then take stuff away, something like that. Could be wrong, but we'll see how we get on. It's starting to not be quite so steep. For a small moment in time, pick up the pace. Kind of important. Isn't it nice just to get that little wee bit extra oomph? Keep it going. That's to say why I like these games, because you can just relax and chill so easily. Hey wee man. You know, relaxing and chilling. Grebo's chilling and relaxing quite merrily. He is a cat. Cats are good at relaxing and chilling. Yeah, and there's not much else to do. Chill, relax. Yeah, we dude. We're up to 32 mile an hour. It's actually quite funny because we get the steeper bit again. I mean, and then the speed still builds up a bit because more of the train is on the more level bit rather than going up the hill. Let's see how we get on. And that's us just bypassing the quarry. That's it there. You can see it's quite a bit of a wiggly route. That's roughly the top of Sherman Hill as on the railways here. I think top somewhere up here. I think it runs along something like that. It's a big bugger. Because I don't think you see all of it on this game for the size of the thing. I was trying to Google map it, and then you kind of lose track of where the actual railway is to determine the top. They were doing a fix for it. Let's see how we get on. As I say, it's just a nice wee game just to chill out and relax with. Don't need to do much else. Another few miles closer. To be honest, everybody plays games and they enjoy. That's the best thing. Play a game you enjoy. Don't worry about what others think. Play a game you enjoy. If you like Fortnite, you like this or like that, that's fine, perfect. You enjoy it, play it. I don't know if it's an age thing, where, yeah, you still like the fast-paced stuff, right? You still do it, but you just know you've not got the reactions you used to have. You know, some 12-year-old kid kicking your ass on COD or something, you know, laughing at you. But if you know what I mean, that sort of thing. and you're struggling away or something. I like this. As I say, I like these games for just to relax to. I'm playing this. I've been playing City Skylines. Just playing Skylines. I've decided what I'll do for a laugh. See if anybody likes or dislikes. Me basically running around trying to build a town, city, whatever. And I just picked one city, do a city, and see if I can improve it as I can during the stream. Just stream it the whole lot, and just hope I didn't make a muck of it. The thing about console, you can only obviously a maximum 9 tiles. You can't expand anymore. Yeah, 14 miles to go. Okay. Well, we've got more than that. About 18 or 19 miles after that, but it's just like the rest of that is downhill. You got all these wee huts and stuff. Do you have to run over to that hut there? Say there's and find yourself there's a shovel over there, and you're like, that's miles away. I do enjoy this because this is so chilled. It's like the scenery and everything is a lack of sometimes. It's meant to be like this. It's not exactly cityscape.com. This is where we'll have towns and stuff just dotted about the place. Chilling out, relaxing. Tells you when the two types of engines when they were used for years. Still going, still climbing. There's a tyre there, I don't know if that's a collectible. Is the tyre a collectible? I don't know. I see them there, certain bits there's an old tyres leaning against something. Yeah, getting there good. This is how long this train is. Photograph. Unlikely to get used, but there we go by anybody else. No, 33 mile an hour on the dial. Is that there too? But certainly we're getting there, guys, we're getting there. As I said, I knew it was going to take, it takes a little while because you're always having to climb up the hill and everything. And the big bit on this one is waiting for the air pressures to sort themselves out. That's definitely one of the biggest ones. The air pressure sort itself out. See what I mean? There's a tyre there. Is that a collectible? I don't know. There's a bit, it looks like a snow shovel. I have not really seen any of them. Actually, so I need to find a video that shows you where the collectibles are. Because it's one of these ones where I think there's going to be ones that are miles away in obscure places. I mean, obviously I'm expecting stuff to be in the quarry and that. That's not a surprise. That being surprising. There's fossils is one of them. So the wee piles of rocks, certain piles of rocks have fossils in them. But you would need to discover which ones it is. And so we're getting there, getting to the top. Nobody about. Keep going. It's slightly less steeper here at the moment. We should pick up a bit of speed. As I say, I was trying to see what highway it was. I was trying to see if we could zoom into the boards over there, because it actually had it written down. But I know what the actual name of it is. As I say, Dwight D. Eisenhower Highway. It's numbered. Odds go one way, again, I think odds go north and south, and Ian's go east and west, or something like that. See up at these sheds and that, do you have to run all the way up to them? I don't know. No idea. I know because I don't know how having invisible walls on how far you can run. Going to be away from the track. I've got a speed limit of 40 mph coming up. At the moment, we're approaching 40 mph. It's good to know we're just getting all as quickly as we can. So, since we left, it's probably taken us, what, 50 minutes? Yeah, I would say about 50 minutes since we left the starting position. Okay, down at 7 just to... Because the one thing you can't do is obviously brake as quickly as you like to. What do you mean? You can't. That's the top right here. So we are approaching the top of the hill, the mountain, what have you. It's called Sherman Hill, but the actual height itself is basically it's a mountain. That's my safety net in case it was like 40 and a half. Right, I'm trying to see how much I need to throttle it or not throttle it. It's just so I want to, so we can have a decent score at the end of it. So you say you got a reasonable speed. You know, you just don't want to creep over it. As I say, when I was going along here though, when I was doing it in the snow and that, it was just like taking ages, isn't it? It was taking really well. Now we're kind of approaching the top. I think the top of the mountain is actually somewhere over here. I keep try and have a look at the Google map to try and figure out where it is. We're getting there. Yeah, we're coming to this curved bit here, and this is kind of the top of the hill. So we can keep going. As I say, I love the view inside the cab, it's great, I love it. It's such a good game though, I say, to me it's a game you just chill and relax with, you know. I don't really stress out with this game, it's hard to stress out with the game. Approaching the summit. I couldn't remember if there was a wee placard or something on the game saying this is the summit. That's what they should have, isn't it? There is a placard on the relay itself. There's googling around finding pictures and whatnot. But certainly they should put a little placard saying you've reached the summit, son, well done. Now it's downhill all the way, pretty much. It goes back up a wee bit, but it sort of goes down and up, and then pretty much down after that. It's obviously got a bit steeper or something, you're losing miles an hour. More or less where that road is and we're just leveling enough now. We've got to, basically this is the summit. So there we go. So what I couldn't see was like a wee placard to say you made it. That's what you need. Well done. You just really better. The thing is, most of the train is still going up the hill. Wait for the speed will drop a little bit, but this is most of it's still got to go over the hill. So we're speeding up now. Dynamic braking going on. This bit here does head back up again, just momentarily. We're getting there. Yeah, 6 miles before we get to the other section. So come around here, there is a tunnel, we go through the tunnel. And past that bit, past there. There's like a wee tunnel here, a wee tunnel, and then we're here. I'm just trying to see. That train sitting on my route, or is it just am I right or am I wrong? There was a train further up there. No, it's going the other way. It's kind of waiting. It's going the opposite direction. That's what I was just trying to see. Is it the right way? I love to ring the horn. It's satisfying. But it should slow down easier than it certainly did. See if the bell does what it's meant to do. Doesn't seem like it. It's game for fun and relaxing and chilling out there. I just wish it would be like so many others. Obviously, I've nowhere got that many subs, put it that way. Now I could get, we'll give you a wee code and you get the add-on for free. You'd be like, woo! it would be great. That will never happen, but you sort of like, oh, you jammy goit when you see the guys get all the stuff like that. I'm watching all the guys that do the racing and that, and a lot of them are receiving the brand new wheel to test out, inverted commas, for the PS, the new Gran Turismo wheel. It's from Fanatec. It's a direct drive wheel. So it's like the wee one that they just brought out recently, but it's basically customised and stuff for PlayStation. I think what they've done is they've lessened the amount of costs. They've cut 1 or 2 wee costs here and there on it, just to make it more accessible, I suppose. But it's like, to be honest, the guys that have obviously got this wheel from Fanatec to test and whatnot, good on them. You know, because these guys are going to be using that anyway. They're going to be using that wheel in competitions and stuff. And because that's what it is, it's basically saying the new official wheel. This is the bit here I was wondering if this is going to be an added extension to it or not. Because obviously it loops around this way, but I don't know if see, it's quite long. I don't know if it goes to somewhere or down here or whatever. Because if they did do that, obviously you're going to get some other scenario somewhere. You're going to give you a scenario saying you're going to do this and do that. This game is so much fun. You know. And for a while you just it was just a case of anybody going to see the photos? I don't know. I'm getting there. Now, going this way doesn't seem to give you the 15 mph speed limit on it, because I don't think because you're not having to go jump a track. You know, you're not going from one side to the other side. Something like that. Past another train. It's just it's a good game. This is definitely taking less time than it did the last time, because I was kind of going, come on, get up the hill. So it's taking me about an hour to get here. The last time I was definitely not going downhill. I was on the way down. I was still trying to struggle to get up the hill. I think I was lucky if I was at the quarry bit. It's taking so long. There is an inside light, it's up there. Well, good. As I say, I've said to one of the guys I follow, Mr. Gamertech UK, Jason, and I had mentioned about this game, thinking, how cool would it be to be in VR? I mean, I'm not saying you, obviously, you just use your controller. I wouldn't try getting your own hands to go press the buttons and stuff, because I think that, trying to do that, it would be very, very awkward, I think. I mean, you obviously be getting you're using your controller or whatever, your stick or wand, or what are they using on the VR systems? All different. To try and say, like, do this switch, do that switch. I mean, I suppose it would be possible to set up the VR, right, and just try and basically sit, and you would need to sit still and just play it with the controller, but just kind of you wouldn't be playing VR properly, because you would still need the right stick to look around. You're not moving your head to look around, if you know what I mean. It would kind of slightly, but it would just obscure the screen. But a true VR experience would be good, I think. I'm trying to kick in a bit of braking now before I find my train speeding too much. As I say, I'm past the section where it's really been 15 mile an hour. Just trying to get the train to slow down using dynamic brakes as much as possible here. I'm just enjoying myself a wee chill. I always wonder what people like and what games they like and stuff. Excuse me. Objective complete. I mean, I've got there without crashing and burning, so it's 17 miles to go. I'm trying not to speed. It will be easier. This will be a lot easier because we're not in the snow or anything, because I was trying to hammer on every brake possible to make sure I wasn't going down too fast. So I was obviously going down the hill at a slower pace than I am now. So I had the dynamic brakes on, but I also had the normal brakes on. so that it wouldn't go too fast. It's such a good game. I mean, there's all these wee bits there that makes me think that's where they're going to have things. They have buildings like that. In sections like that, they're going to hide collectibles. But I need to see if there's an actual. Oh, we'll check after this actually. Check if there's a collectibles video ready for it. It's actually quite cool when you're in the train going through this sort of gully, but it's quite cool. Cutting, you know. I think they've done a pretty decent job. This has been a good game for people at home. I just play the game for the enjoyment, to relax and chill. You know? See, there's bits of rocks, piles of rocks, and you could guess, is that a fossil in that bit or not? That's one of the jackalope signs as well. Aye, jackalope signs. I like reading signs. A fossil, and a fence. So I don't know where they put the signs, but I'm looking for the little wooden sign that they had for the jackalopes that they made. Is it in the middle of nowhere? You know what I mean? I mean, there's wee bits there. I don't know if that's. This is a pile of rocks. Is there a fossil in there? You know, you don't know until you stop, but you don't want to stop. Because you might ruin your score. Yeah, I've not seen any other jackalope signs yet. It's a rabbit with some sticks for horns, basically. There were wooden board, kind of like a wooden board or something, you know, something out of Acme, you know. It's just like when Wild E. Coyote would try to tell you something, because he almost doesn't speak. He's just writing on one of these boards. Help, mother. Yeah, everything was Acme. Everything Acme, but the problem is he's still field. You think he'd maybe learn to go to somebody else other than Acme to provide him with stuff to catch the roadrunner. Yeah, That was the other thing they said, jackalope signs. I'm like, heck are they going to put them? Because the thing is, you need them along the side of the track or something, so you can spot them. Can't you put them just in the middle of nowhere? Let's increase a bit more. So say I'm descending here. As I say, in the snow and that, I had this and had the automatic brake on as well. I had the dynamic brake full and the automatic brake as well. I had both functions on, going, come on, slow down. Now we're getting there, we're heading down towards Laramie. As I see, you see all these different rocks and you go, which one's what? Is that one? Is that one? Is that one? You know, you don't know. You do the intro, it does kind of show you, but they're not exactly the easiest thing to spot. You know what I mean? But I think, as I say, with this one, with the intros to the collectibles, they should do at least one of everything. At least then you know what you're looking for. Because I suspect the collectibles are dotted all over the place. That's a jackalope one there. I just seen a jackalope's board there. There's a little wooden board I just drove past, and that's because the type is the intro bit that we're showing. It was definitely a jackalope sign. It's just the type of sign they have. It's just like a wee wooden sign, but just pure wood. Let's turn on a bit more slow stopping power just to be safe. You can't really fault the game for what it is. As I say, a lot of the collectibles, surely they can't have put them miles away from the track, otherwise you'd be there forever trying to find them all. Because it gives you a wee bit extra bits and bobs and stuff. I like this to look. This is a nice chill out kind of track. You don't have to do much, you just listen to the train. I mean, you can have some music yourself on the go and just relax and go around in the train and enjoy yourself. What would be nice if I think it would be nice if they had a wee compass to give you an eye. But if you go to the map, it gives you an idea where you're going. So we're heading north. We're heading north because the sun should be behind us. There's the moon anyway, and the sun somewhere over. There's the sun and there's the moon. We've got both. Both are out today. There we go. We're heading north. it's a good wee game. Gives you people have a wee look at the visuals and that and what they think of it. But I like it. It's just like what you can see in the background is almost as far as your eye can see, kind of thing, you know. Obviously there's a limit, but they want to see as much, go as far as towards the horizon as possible. I think that's the theory, so that you can see the vastness, get the vastness in your head. Say, this is big, isn't it? Yeah, this is a big area. But I like these games for just to, as I say, for relaxing and chilling out with. Wasn't going faster than I was before. If I had to be like that, scanning for signs of jackalopes. But I reckon if they're anywhere, they're close to the edge of the track, because I mean, there's a big fence there. I don't see you running past that fence. But what I would do to do it myself, I'll just get a train. Just go to a scenario builder and just get a train and run from here, from Laramie to Cheyenne or vice versa, and just run round the quarry. There must going to be something in the quarry. That's for sure. We just need a little bit more braking power again. I'm starting to speed too much. I was just looking at the line, it was only just, it looks like it's just about on the limit. We're getting there. Heading towards Laramie. Nearly, actually quite, it says 9 miles, but it's quite straight. It's got a relatively straight line, so say 10 miles to actually, they actually stop. It's a reasonably straight line, it's not. So that's the kind of speed, 10 miles, how long would it take? Not long, 15, let's say 17 minutes I would say. Probably get there roughly at about 26 minutes past, I reckon. That's what I reckon. I reckon we get down there about 26 minutes past. For us to actually stop and pull up, and hopefully this time they'll go through the red light. If you get a yellow, when I was doing it before, I got a yellow light about 5 miles out. The advantage is the train should stop a lot better than obviously previously. I did make it, but I didn't make it, if you know what I mean. Got over the top, got down the hill, and then I should have just kept the brakes on when I was doing it. I released and then put them back on again, and then it took so long for the air to get back in, and it just didn't stop when I went through this red light. I was like, oh bugger. I was like, fiddly dee, swine. Drop it a wee bit more. The thing is, this is what you do. You just couldn't drop the braking and put it back up again. I'm just trying to roughly. There you go. I just want to make sure I'm not speeding. Get a decent score, you know. See, I don't know if it's fixing that fence or the snow fences. But I've seen some of the snow fences with getting broken bits on them. And some of the slats are broken. As I say, I think what I would do is do a scenario. I would just go into the scenario builder and just basically plonk a train on. I wouldn't bother about carriages or nothing, and just take your time and go around and do all the collectibles, because it'd be quicker than trying to run around 100 mile an hour trying to find all these collectibles. This side here is all fenced, so you're not going to go left or right out the bit it's fenced. The only way you couldn't do it maybe is if there's, when you get crossings and like let you through there. See, as it ends, does that mean you get to run it all the way up there to the house? As I say, I don't know how far away you get to run away from the edge of the track. I don't really think it'd be too far. That's a scenario. I think that's in and out, where you start here, roughly about here, you go into Laramie, and then you go back out, but you go up the other side. You do start right there. Park up the train, come back in a different train, and you stop roughly about here, just at a red light. Obviously, instead of saying we'll do part of a route, and then we do a full version or something, just to save a bit of time. I'm getting there. I'll do a different route after this. Nobody's come on really and said I want this, or I've not even flashed up anybody on board. I'll try not to make it too long actually. So time is 20 to 12 or 20 to 1. I don't know if that's coming up for 1 o'clock. 25 to 1. That's what it looks like on the screen there. That's a jackalope one, a me reading one. Yeah, if we could turn the bell off, guys, I would. As I say, we're about 5 miles to go. This is what happened before as well. We got started getting yellow lights, just telling it to as a warning to about slowing down and stuff. And because of the size of the train, it's going to take eternity for it to slow down anyway. You run over there in water. I know there's no fence and stuff, but I don't think you could run up to the houses or anything. I think it's a bit far. There'd be an invisible wall somewhere. Like a barrier of invisibility. Just chilling out, relaxing. I just enjoy just chilling out and relax. I mean, nice comfy chairs in this place. Fantastic. I love this, hitting the radio. Proceed to places as indicated. I am. It's the way contact controller. It says press circle, you hold it down. There's a wee radio, you click on it and it does that too. I don't want to go much faster than what I'm doing, because I want to get to where they're meant to be going and hopefully not crash and burn, as in go through a red light please. No. Obviously the train will stop better because it's not in the snow. As I say, the dynamic brakes are doing its business. It's just slowing the train ever so gradually. I'm just increasing it a wee bit. Back to roughly what I was at before. I said 1426. I didn't say that I would be stopping at that point. I'm not that far off as a guesstimate. Not really. Got 3 miles to go. And it's 14:19, nearly 14:20. As a guess, that was not bad. I'm keeping my dynamic brakes still on the go. I just lessened them a bit, because I'm going to be coming onto a flat bit anyway, and they'll slow it down. It should start flattening off once you get to the bridge here. I'm sure that's still the Dwight D. Eisenhower Expressway or Highway, whatever you want to call it. Highway, right? Expressways are more in towns and that, I think. As in, like, what we call a city bypass, that kind of thing. In towns and cities, highway obviously gets you from one city to another. We're getting there. Nearly there. I'm just using that as well, and initial application on it as well. I'm going to get down to about 15 mile an hour. Because it doesn't take long for the I know it dips down a wee bit actually further up. Just a wee bit, not much. We're getting there. Just leave the dynamic brakes doing the thing. A little bit less because of just leave it as it is and it should be alright. Just want to make sure this is dropping the speed. Most of it's level, whereas back end of it will still be coming down that hill. There's still some of it coming down this hill. As you see, there's more. Not a lot, but some slippage there. Should be fine. Hi guys, thanks for watching. We're just finishing off doing a full run of Cheyenne to Laramie, and if you want to see a different route, let me know, because I'm not sure if anybody wants me to see him do this route or do a different route. It should gradually slow down, but you know, yeah. Just get the normal brakes on the go. Deliberately going slowly because I know how long it takes for it to slow down. You see, this is still not going through. The bridge is over here roughly. Just before that red light is that bridge where the highway goes across. That's roughly where that is. Passed that ages ago. Right, we're getting there. A delivery of some fine vehicles here. Right, we got again about 50 yards or so between where I'm meant to stop and where the red light is. They're not fine vehicles, there's a scrap heap. I don't know if it's about the same size or bigger than Dalton's. Scrappy, scrappies. There'll be up Chevys and whatnot. I'm slowing down, which is good, that's a good sign. As I say, I'm trying to just control the speed so I'm not going too fast. I don't want to not go through the. I don't want to go through the light. Because it will take a little bit of stopping, not much, a little bit. Just basically, what's the difference? Yeah, about 50 yards, 60 yards between where I'm meant to stop and the red light. Let's see if we can get this bang on, guys. Come on, nearly there. 300 yards. I reckon about just over 100 yards before whacking on some breakage. At this speed we should be okay, plus it's not snowing, because I think that was one of the issues when I tried to stop the last time. So down to 10 mile an hour. Usually when you get to 10 mile an hour on a train it doesn't take long, doesn't matter how big it is. This is obviously a lot bigger than a lot of the other ones I've had. This is good, this is good, this is good. Apply a lot more. I just didn't want to be too short of the mark, because they hate it when you're short of the mark. They just go, I hate you. Perfect. Wonderful. Excellent. Right, so the distance itself is 57 miles, 57 and a half miles we'll call it, from Cheyenne to here. So that's a reasonable length of a route. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to change my route, or we'll do something different. Do a different route just to and something that's not going to take too long, I think. Right, see, we'll do East Coast away. Continue journey. Not done too many. Oh, we're in a scenario here. Classic camera disconnections. Well, we've obviously got a mission we've got to do. Alright, so we'll climb aboard. And this one, let's run like the clappers. They've got working timetable things, see? Cool. I was trying to see if it was where places were going and all that, but they certainly got the times and that working. It's a wee bit wet. I need to sit down. I'm going to do this one because it's... Shut the door. It's actually bucketing down out there. I need that one. I need that forward. Right, there's my lights. Okay. I need to unlock the door. That's going to get the window wipers going anyway. Need the wipers going. If you just tap the thing, it should get the wipers going constantly. Cool, happy days. Right, so we want to that way. That'll still hold it in place. I just thought I'd do like a different. There we go. Doesn't it actually say what time we're going to get there for? Right, yeah, Hamden Park, 12:50 in 30 seconds. There it does. The schedule. I'm glad we wouldn't like the clappers to give us a fighting chance. We'll do this one and we'll call it a night on this one. It's basically it's good to do something different. 2.5 minutes, that's no bad. Pick up the pace. When you're trying to remember what you're meant to do, you press triangle or go from camera view to driver mode. It's always these wee things you have to remember, otherwise you're stuffed. You're like that, eh? What? Oh, okay. That's actually not bad timing, actually. We can actually kind of let it go, I think. Minute and a half to get there, so should be all good. I thought I'd do one that isn't too long, just to do a different one altogether. This is where I start trying to use the wrong controls for the brakes when it's really throttle and brakes at the same time. The shoulders, you know, shoulder buttons, because R1 and R2 do accelerate and brake. Keep forgetting it. I kind of sort of just forget about that, and you start pressing the wrong buttons, and you're like, oops, that's not the buttons I want to press. Get down to 2. We can do a 3 if we need to. And just a quick make sure. Oh, we're not bad. do a 2 because it is raining, but we'll go back to 1. Should get us pretty much on the button to do just to make sure we stop. Right, 20 seconds late. Right. It's good. Where's our next one? Colgate. 5 minutes. It's not too bad. We've got the 30. We've got that 35 bit we need to remember. One holds it, got Merlet. Lock the doors, press lock both of it, that works for me. So we've got about 5 minutes to get there. Well, less than that actually. The pull gate bit's got that 25, at 35, yeah, mile an hour section in it. You need to just be careful of, just to remember. It should be alright. We've got 2 miles to go. I know it's not in a straight line. That's the direction off to Hastings and stuff. You're not going that way. That's what the 30's for, is if you're heading out towards Hastings. That'd be interesting if they ever done that, extended it. That bit there. And they extended it to something like Hastings or something. I think it'd be cool. This is a nice wee route, it's just, to be honest. I'll do this and then we're just gonna call it a night on the old stream. I've had a nice wee chill out. There you go, see that's what I'm saying. Because I'm in driver mode, I've not got any throttle on the go, that's not so bad. We need to get down to, get ourselves down to 35, it shouldn't take much. Notch it down to 1. Slightly uphill, so it should be all golden and get to say 36. There we go. That'll do. That'll do us. I think I was home in Yorkshire in this case. That'll do. I've been watching that bloody advert, you know, for the internet. In Yorkshire, if you see that'll do, that means that'll more than do. Right, getting there. Time wise, we're fine. We don't need to do much. Here, we just just let it roll in actually. When you get the speed of, yes, you can go 90 mile an hour. We better not, since we're pulling in to pick up people. I just thought I'd do this wee one just as a wee different, something different. Still got a wee bit to go, don't want to slow it down too quickly, otherwise I'll just lose too much time. I'm watching the speed of approaching the end here, you know. It should be pretty much. Golden. Hi, thanks for watching. I see we're doing another route. We're doing East Coast away just as a separate extra. Oh, I made the right. Wiper blades go faster. That's what it is. It's because of having to hold down the button for open the. And not just flicking it like the new control system. Oh, it's that's actually part of the scenario, isn't it? You have to close the door manually. It's just what it is. Right, which one is it? Further down, miles down. This is what it is. It's part of this scenario. The thing buggers up and you basically you get the door. Yeah, to do it manually. Right. Now we can continue. I was trying to remember. No. This is actually part of the scenario. We've got the faulty door. This is a nice wee touch actually. It's kind of stuff the. Forward, close the door. We've got to get to Berwick. We'll see if we can make up a little bit of time after our faulty doorness. How long we've got to get to Berwick for? We have 4.5 minutes, right? So let's see how we get on. Struggle in there. It was going to do a bit of slippage, I think. It's just because of the rain. I guess there's enough power now. Such a nice game just to chill out with. Seems to be the Jason Gamertech view on these ones. You get a side view and across. He's decided this is the new trend and driving it in this one. You see part of these, I feel, reason for it. Because you don't see much out of this window. That's why external views are handy. You just have to remember to trace triangle there. Right, how are you getting on? Looking good. In 2.5 minutes. Get that. In all honesty, probably pretty much golden. Maybe that's just gonna let it coast. Because I got out early enough out the cab and sprinted down and went, oh look, oh okay. Door hadn't shut. Keep going. It's such a good game. You can't actually fault the game, really. You know, And I know why. Is it perfect? No, far from it, right? The game itself is definitely far from perfect. But the whole point of the game is to enjoy yourself and chill out and relax. You know. I like the game for just for that, just you know. It's not all action packed. It's just like, can I make the train get from A to B in the time allotted? I'm giving a lot of time with the passenger. Once can we get there in time? That's a big burning question. Cool. I just have to hold it down. There we go. Perfect. Obviously, you got the wee buttons there. You can open and shut the doors. And the whistle works. You want to uncouple it. You can close the doors. Off we go. Down over that's for the wee guardsman or the conductor. You have to pause. If you try pressing it too quickly, it just doesn't like it. Just sort of going. Is it still going? Oh, it's still ringing though. Get to Glend. Make your way there. Only have 5 minutes to get there. I think it should be alright. Four and a half minutes. Wow, look at this, like, say half a mile out, it takes a minute to get to the station. It takes less, we'll call it a minute. Half a mile out. If you're travelling the sort of like 60, 70, 80 miles an hour. It's easy enough power to keep it going, it's, to be honest. A max speed limit coming up at 80 anyway. Won't be able to go any faster. At this sort of speed we can easily just coast in and we should be fine. As I say, I'm just doing this as a wee extra bonus one, almost. We chill out. It's obviously different scenery. I just think as long as people enjoy what they do and what games they play and stuff, that's what matters. I just thought, instead of doing Sherman Hill yet again, because obviously you can see how long it takes. It takes nearly 2 hours. It'll probably take less than 2 hours, but you got 10 minutes or so to let the brakes charge up at the rear. Otherwise, if you don't, you're not going to be going anywhere until they do. Very simple. And they're all good games. I mean, everybody plays a different type of game. It's because that's what they like to play. I was actually playing Battlefront 2 earlier on with my friend Oliver, and I was going to do this earlier. The name of Pal Ollie gave me a wee bell, kind of saying, "Do you want to play? Play a game." He wasn't saying what game, and that wasn't first too much. Obviously, wanting some multiplayer gaming because I think it's like he likes the company as well. I like the company too. I like having company with people and that when you play games is a lot more fun. Well, this one doesn't have the wee box in it for some bizarre reason. And we're golden, we're good. Right, I'll unlock. Miles early. Now, big question is, have I done the collectibles on this level? That's the big question. I can't remember. I've done all the collectibles on the PS4. Have I done the collectibles on the PS5? I just can't remember. We've done. Have we really done it? You never know. That's a bicycle pump bit. I just dive on board and get away again. I can't really remember if I did or didn't. But open the doors. Got to lose. I mean, that was the thing, it's like, you do the London and Brighton one, but there's a little spur that does head down towards Lewes. There's a wee spur. You can't use it or go there or anything like that, but there is that option. Just come. I have to remember, obviously, it slowed down to about 1 mile an hour. Just keep this going, keep the speed up as much as possible, basically. So it'll go 70, 60, 40, 20, something like that. you kind of get up to about 60 as you're ready, 70 as you hit the 70 zone. Anyway, so I just try and keep as much. I like to keep the speed going as best I can, and then when I need to drop it, I'll drop the speed. Because it looks like, yeah, you got plenty of time, but you got that wee section where you have to say drop down to 10 mile an hour. It's like, God's sake. '60, a new popped up quite quickly. Just let it go. Then it goes to 40. It's quite quick as well. Right now, you punch on the two there just to. See, goes to 20, and then you got the 10 mile an hour section. It's not long, but it's 10 mile an hour. It's like, oh, 200 yards to get down to 20 mile an hour, I would say. You're stopping at a reasonable kind of pace, kind of thing, you know. You're not stupidly fast or anything like that. Well, that's 10's hit right away, by the way. Do you see that? There's usually a little yardage between the 20 and the 10, but this has dropped me into this section. You usually go on this one, right? And there's usually a little bit. I wonder if it's just the final destination, actually. I can only assume. Babe. I just wonder, it must be my final destination if I'm in this section, actually. Nice wee short one. It's because the door was buggered about, we'll call it the end of the day, even though it was meant to be going to Brighton. Right, so that one. How many collectibles have I done around here? Did I get them all? I didn't actually check. Yeah, pardon. Shut that door. Anyway, there we go. I got a wee trophy at the end of all that. So that was quite cool. Thanks for watching, guys. It was just a nice wee chill out kind of stream. If you want to see any of my videos, hit like and subscribe if you want. If you leave a comment and let me know what kind of things you would like me to try and show on the channel, that'd be great. Okay, that's enough for now. We'll catch you later. So bye for now, guys. Catch you. Arrivederci. Screenshotted myself. Right.